The cornerback board just shifted for Chicago, and I'm walking you through exactly what matters now, Tyreek Stevenson's shoulder status, what that means for the outside corner room under Coach Ben Johnson, the market realities with the clock ticking, and the twist that forces us to pivot without blinking. You'll get the full picture in one continuous ride. Health update, schematic fit, price range, cap impact, immediate usage if a move happens, and the clean final call on how the Bears protect momentum without mortgaging tomorrow. Start where the truth sits. This defense just banked a fourth straight win on discipline and detail, squeezing New Orleans to 253 total yards and piling up 4 sacks with 4 takeaways. The kind of tape that travels in November and makes a locker room believe the standard is repeatable. In a game like that, you feel how thin the margin is at corner. One awkward landing, one reshuffle, and suddenly the boundary becomes the bait every offensive coordinator wants to poke. That's why Stevenson's shoulder matters and why the staff went conservative when he left and did not return. The good news is the trend bent back our way during the week. From limited work to full participation and real confidence from the building that he's turning the corner, but availability in this league resets every Wednesday, and corner isn't a half-speed position. If you can't trigger to the flat, stay square to the stem and finish through the thighs on contact. The call sheet gets shorter and the pass windows get wider. Under Ben Johnson, the job description is blunt. Outside leverage with purpose, deny free access, make the quarterback reset his eyes, and tackle like a safety when offenses spam bubbles and perimeter screens. That structure lets Kyler Gordon play fast inside and keeps the safeties top down instead of living in emergency mode, but it only works if the outside corners do the boring. High-value things over and over with no cheap flags and no hero ball. With Stevenson's ramp trending up, the board should have allowed a small, disciplined ad, a boundary pro who handles 30-40 snaps outside, backs up inside in a pinch, plays gunner on teams, and gives Dave Phipp one more grown-up who runs 40 yards under control and wins an open field tackle in the wind. That target had a name, and the fit made sense because it matched the prototype. Compact frame, inside-out versatility, patient hands, competitive through catch, and a willingness to finish. The contract shape was friendly, a final rookie deal number that slides right onto the cap sheet without gymnastics. And the compensation bracket was the sensible one for a deadline ad. A late day 3 pick that can escalate with playtime and team performance, not a premium asset you regret in April. Then the twist hit reality speed. Roger McCreary moved off the board to another contender in a straightforward pick arrangement. Exactly the kind of opportunistic, fast-moving deal we expected to make if the timing lined up. And that's the moment where contenders separate discipline from panic. This is where Chicago's plan earns its stripes because the map was never one name deep. The traits matter more than the label on the jersey. You keep the prototype intact. Urgent first 3 steps. Patience at the line so you don't open the gate. Hips that stay square enough to deny the slant fade family. And angry, clean finishing in space. And you run the decision tree the same way. If Stevenson stacks full practices and clears pregame without a hitch, you stand pat, rotate the room, sprinkle help with safety leverage when the matchup demands it, and save the asset for a bigger swing that might appear in another position group. If he plateaus or the medical staff sees any hesitation in strike or finish, you make the disciplined call for the next boundary adult who gives you competitive snaps now and keeps the room from living on hope. Tactically, the usage is easy to picture because it's already baked into the structure. Early downs in quarters with outside leverage. Squeeze the route toward help. Flatten quick game by driving the outside shoulder. On third and medium, show press and bail to the sticks. Bait outbreakers and force perfect ball placement. In the low red zone, play through the chest with late hands. Eyes flashing to the quarterback only after the body is secured so 6 turns into 3. When offenses flood a zone with 3 threats, overlap and pass off under control. No panic grabs, no lose-your-eyes penalties. On special teams, the assignment is straightforward. Gunner discipline to flip hidden yards in cold weather and compress the field for a defense that's already cooking. Financially, nothing changes the compass. You don't trade core picks for a patch, you convert a marginal asset into reliable snaps. You tie compensation to snaps and team results, not to reputation. You avoid dead-cap fireworks that make a headline today and a headache tomorrow, and you keep a runway for extensions that actually matter. That's not passive, it's professional. It's the same logic that's powered the 4-game surge. Stay sound, refuse to blink, and win the small things that add up to big Sundays. Culture is part of the calculation, too, and this room has earned the benefit of the doubt by playing grown-up football. Communication tight at the snap, leverage rules followed, and finishes that look like practice. You don't rent a jersey in this building. You add pros who match the standard, speak the same language on Tuesdays, and hit the same bar on Sundays. I keep the pick. I trust the room. I bet on continuity, chemistry, and coaching, because that's actually how you build something for January. But if Stevenson stalls, if we see him limited, then downgrade it again. Or if he clearly doesn't trust that shoulder when he's asked to play physical at the line, then I go get a corner fast and I don't apologize for it. I'm not talking about selling the future. I'm talking about a late-day 3-style move for a 1-year bridge who can give you 30 to 40 honest snaps outside and play teams. That's the key for me. I'm willing to spend if the guy can help right now. Line up Sunday, tackle, and survive in coverage without us reinventing the playbook. What I'm not willing to do is chase a name just to calm the timeline and burn capital just to say, we did something. That's not how you win in November. That's how you lose in March. Here's what I want from you before I close, and this is not just for noise. This matters. With Stevenson trending up, but not completely out of danger, do you want the Bears to spend a late pick on an outside corner right now, even after missing on McCreary? Or do you want to gamble on internal health and save that pick for another move that could matter more in December and January? Tell me in the comments what you would actually do if you were sitting in that chair. Would you push for another corner immediately? Or would you bank on Stevenson's recovery and ride with what we've got? I'm going to bring those answers on air because this fan base is smart, and this decision is not black and white. Here's my final read, and I'm giving it to you clean. Tyreek Stevenson's shoulder turned corner depth from nice to have into must monitor every single day, and the Bears responded like a serious team by lining up a realistic target in Roger McCreary. That target disappeared, and that hurts, but it does not break the plan. This is still a disciplined roster that's winning on defense, playing physical, playing connected, and earning the right to choose instead of begging. If Stevenson proves he's all the way back, you sit tight. If he's not, you move with intent, not out of fear. That's how real contenders behave. And that's exactly the level Chicago is trying to sit at right now. If you appreciate getting it straight, no fake hype, no filler, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay with me here on Bears News Fan Report, because I'll be here every time something actually moves, giving you what it means for this team, for this city, and for you.